Mamacita.
Donde y Santa Claus?
Okay. Do you see the red?
Welcome back.
Hi. We're
Welcome
going to leave
back.
the door open too. We're not going to close it.
Welcome back to our podcast.
So if you hear some background noises, that's why, because it's Satan's booty hole up in here
It is
in New England.
so fucking hot outside.
I don't think it's been this hot ever.
it hasn't been this hot since 1975.
It hasn't been this hot since I feel like I've been alive.
It hasn't been this hot since you saw my booty.
I've never seen it, thank God.
Not you.
So...
I meant like you. Anyway.
What?
What's going on,
Are
guys?
you really doing OnlyFans?
I wish I had
Freaking
the.
liar.
I wish I could do it. I love how you believed me, but this one believed.
This is juice, just so everyone's aware.
It's sipping on in it. This one thought I was going to be doing OnlyFans in this room right here in their home.
Yeah, no.
Not happening.
No, thank you.
That was not going to happen. I was not going to do that.
Can I just say that the man who delivered our food, first of all, had like no. This
Okay.
was an old man named Russell,
Oh, Russell.
and he pulled up and he came up and he said the name of the place and he's like, "That's a weird name for a restaurant. Anyway, have a good night." And I was like, okay, thank you, bye.
Thanks, Russ.
But I wanted to do just a couple of Am I the Asshole?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
Okay.
It's 50% your podcast too.
Okay.
What are you doing? Get away from me.
Also, can I just see how you see the purple?
I cut it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because when I rewatch, I'm like, if I see any purple, I get triggered. I'm like,
Yeah,
we were failures.
I usually cut it out for the most part.
Anyways, you can cut that out. What I just started there too.
I'm not cutting it out.
All right, guys, here we are. Am I the asshole for not bringing gifts to my nephew's birthdays because they never give my kids anything?
Ooh,
Okay?
okay.
I thought this would be interesting. Even though I don't have kids, but I'd like to see what you think. Because you have friends with kids as well. So, here we go. I, 34 female, have 2 kids. You're 34.
Is this me?
Over the
35.
past few years, my nephews have had several birthday parties. We've always been invited, and I used to bring gifts every time. But I started noticing that when it's my kids' birthdays, their parents never bring anything or even acknowledge it. My kids don't even get a happy birthday from them.
What?
It started to feel very one-sided. Their parents, my brother and sister-in-law, are often cold and dismissive towards me and my kids. So this year, I decided I wasn't going to keep doing something for people who clearly don't return the effort. I still went to the party, but I didn't bring any gifts. After the party, I got a bunch of texts saying I was being petty and you don't punish kids for adult problems. Now I'm starting to wonder if I was in the wrong and maybe I should have separated the kids from how I feel about their parents. Am I the asshole for not bringing any gifts?
I wouldn't either. Sorry. I wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't even
How about you?
associate with them anymore.
I just want to know, I don't know about that, but I would just be like, why, like, my question would be like, is it a financial problem? Is it a, like, that would be my first question is like, okay, do your in-laws have like a financial burden where like they just don't have the money to be giving gifts to anybody but their own children? Then I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, then we just won't expect that from you. And that's okay. But if that's not the case, if you're just an asshole, then you're just an asshole. And then obviously if you don't think that my children need to have gifts, then clearly your children don't need to either. Clearly gifts are not a big valuable thing to you. Gifts don't mean much to you. So if they don't mean much to you bringing them to my children, then clearly you don't need to worry about me bringing them to your children.
Yeah.
And not my problem. Not my chair, not my problem.
Yeah, it seems like it's their brother and sister-in-law that are doing this.
Some of you need to vet before you marry somebody. This is something that I've like never understood. Before you marry somebody, you need to start educating yourself on your future in-laws, on your sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, in-law parents, because I'm sorry, love is not enough. It's not enough unless you two are going to sit down together and agree that like we're not putting up with this, and this, and you agree to it. Mm-hmm. But from what I see most of the time, that's not the fucking case.
Yeah.
And also, you all need to stop acting like your family is the be all end all. If your family are assholes, you don't have to spend time with them.
You don't have to associate with them.
If your family is nasty, rude, and awful, you don't have to spend time with them. The thing about your family, and I saw this on a TikTok today, I was like, oh my God, this is so true. It was Kylie Kelsey was talking about it. You get to choose your partner, your spouse, your family.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice on your parents, on your siblings. So if you sit back and go, would I choose those people if they were not family members? And the answer is no. Then guess what? You're not obligated to associate yourself with them. Like, my husband and I, my ex-husband and I was way too involved with his family, and to my own detriment. And that was my own fault too. Mm-hmm. Not just his fault, it was my own fault. Like, you don't need to be, stop getting involved in their life. Don't let them be involved in your life. There's no point in that. Just keep it, happy, chilling, whatever.
Yeah.
And then now my husband and I, when we first started dating, he's like, oh, no, you will have nothing to do with my family. You will know them. You will be, we will be nice and we will do whatever. He's like, but you don't need to deal with them. You're good. And then the handful of times that I've dealt with them on a level that I found to be disrespectful to myself or to my children.
Yeah.
I spoke up and my husband solved the problem.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So it doesn't really matter to me how shitty my in-laws are or how nice they are or how rude or how great or whatever, because my husband's got that under control.
Yeah.
Same with us. I'm not having my, our parents and you, if you guys were treating Archer like a piece of shit, I would say something.
Yeah. Not
him. I wouldn't let him. I'd be like, no, I'll take care of it. This is my family.
Yeah.
They're being idiots, and I will take care of that.
Yeah.
So, does your spouse give a shit? Does your spouse care? And why is it not him that's taking care of it? And then number 2, I would like a little bit more background as to maybe why they don't want to do gifts for your children. Because
do they hate your kids?
That's such a random thing, and
because I love giving gifts to the kids.
Me too. I'm oh my God, I love doing that.
It's so exciting.
But I also go into it not expecting anything in return, though.
Well, no, not myself.
But that's because I probably haven't had to, because I know it is reciprocated because we have good people around us.
True.
But my brothers and sister-in-laws, some of them do have the means to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And give gifts, and some of them don't. And so I just have a realistic expectation as to who they are, so that way I don't get disappointed when they act a certain way or do certain things.
Or how they might give gifts, because I have a couple friends who give gifts, not go out and buy something. They might make something, and I appreciate anything, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I have friends
anything.
I love it when my friends are like, hey, I can't afford something for your birthday. Can I do this for you? I go, well, first of all, you don't have to get me anything.
Yes.
Number 1. Number 2, thank you for being honest. I really appreciate that. One of our friends, she bakes. She loves baking.
Yeah.
And that's her love language. And I'm like, girl, I would rather have a baked good than you buy me shit. I'd rather have it in my belly.
No, but this is my thing. It means more to me when you take the time to make me something.
Oh.
Versus just going out and buying me something.
Especially when she's making the shit she's making.
You took hours to make me something.
Oh, well, when we went
spent
on our
time on
trip
it.
for Mom.
Yeah.
And she made a bajillion
2
things.
different
Cookies, 2 different types of bread.
Oh my God, I felt so loved.
And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, because you took time. Again, it's time. That's time. It's not like a gift where you just go to the store, pick something out, and
she's thinking of us while she's doing it.
Yeah, she took hours making this stuff,
and I appreciate it.
And bonus, it's delicious.
Yeah, it means more to me than material things, which is shocking coming from a Taurus, because I'm materialistic.
I don't know what I would do if it was if she made us stuff and it was just disgusting. I'd be like,
oh, she's so good. She sent me a snap yesterday where she was using slightly old bananas for something. And she was going to make cookies, but instead it turned into a cookie bread. And I was like, those looked bomb.
They looked so good.
They looked so good. But yeah, I think there just needs to be communication. And also, it does sound like your partners, your brother and sister-in-law, are also petty in my opinion. Well, they're like, you're just being petty, like, leave the kids out of it. Why are you doing it to my kids? Like, hello? This is why I'm never having children. I'm never dealing with that shit. I'm never dealing with other people's parents. Like, I went to my best friend's daughter's dance recital, and the whole time I was like thinking of asking my friend, like, do you deal with other people's parents? Because they're the worst. Like, other kids' parents are the fucking worst. I couldn't do it.
Yep.
I would not have the patience for it. And I'd just be like, screw all of you. I bet it's even worse when, like, your kid has a best friend and their parents are probably hot garbage.
I'd say the hardest thing is when you know that the other parent is a good parent, but they don't parent the same way as you.
Okay.
And so you get into situations where that's not how you would handle it.
Oh.
And it's not necessarily like the wrong way, but it's also like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And you have to sit there and just let it be, because you're like, that's not my kid, and they're not hurting them, they're not harming them. It's just like, that's not how I would handle it.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard, because I
couldn't
have
do
every
it.
single one of my friends. They're fantastic. I love them so much. They're all great parents, but they definitely have, and I know I do too. I know I have things that I do. That,
I bet they see you do things that they're like, I wouldn't do it like that.
Right. And I'm like, that's fine. These are my kids.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that you have to remind yourself too, is like, your kid is, I'm parenting my kid the way that my kid needs to be parented.
Yeah.
And you're parenting your kid the way your kid needs to be parented.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh, bye.
We'll see. But yeah, there's some times where I'm just like, I don't know if you should be doing that, or I don't know if that's like the right way to handle it, or
But okay.
or well, maybe your kid's acting that way because you're acting this way, and
True.
But then I try to be like, you're not superior. You're not
No.
Mother Teresa. You're not the superior parent. You don't know everything.
Well, that's like with people who share their kids online in the comment section, like, you shouldn't have done that with your kid, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, keyboard warrior, like, calm down.
You're the number one parent in the group.
Exactly. You know everything.
Right. And I'm just
Ain't
like,
no way.
No, it's not worth it. But I just don't, I will say, to wrap that up, the one thing I do not like is I don't like when a spouse, I'll deal with my parents, you deal with your parents.
Yeah.
That is, like, for me, that's a deal breaker.
Unless you guys all do happen to get along, then whatever.
Even if we get along, I don't care. If there's conflict, not like good stuff and like regular things. If there's conflict, I'm not dealing with your family.
Yeah.
You deal with your family.
Yeah.
If I'm not the conflict, I'm not the conflict. Your family's the fucking conflict.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's like a deal breaker to me.
All right, I have one more.
Okay.
So, am I the asshole? Because we've both worked in office spaces, like, not office spaces, but like workspaces where we have to share a fridge with food.
Yes.
And I don't know, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. But,
Okay.
So am I the asshole for locking the office fridge after someone kept stealing my lunch? I, 34 male, work in a small office with about 10 people.
Ooh.
We share a communal kitchen, including one fridge. Over the past month, my lunch has been stolen 5 times. Not just random snacks, entire homemade meals I bring from home, gone without a trace. It's not just frustrating, it's expensive and messes up my day. I mentioned it a couple of times in the group chat, like, hey, someone's been taking my lunches, please stop. Everyone either ignored it or sent vague messages like, ugh, that sucks, or some people are the worst. But no one took responsibility.
What? This is like Friends and Ross and a sandwich.
So, I bought a mini fridge and put it under my desk.
Good for you.
Nothing fancy, just enough to hold my meal and a drink. I
Yeah.
also put a little lock on it just for extra peace of mind. Since then, no more stolen lunches.
Yeah.
Well, last Friday, one of my coworkers, I'll call her Dana, 29 female, confronted me during lunch and said it was weird and selfish that I had a personal fridge. She said it made me look paranoid and not part of the team.
Oh, now we know who it was. Hey, Dana. Come on down, girl.
I said I was tired of my food being stolen and this was the only solution that worked. She said I should have just brought stuff I wouldn't care about losing, like snacks or microwave meals, if I was so worried. First of all, this does not sound like a 29-year-old female. This sounds like a 60-year-old woman.
Mind your damn business, Dana.
A couple of others have now made little comments like, don't let him see your lunch, he might lock it up, or we get it, you're special. I'm starting to feel like the weirdo in the office just for protecting my stuff. Am I the asshole for locking up my lunch instead of letting this keep happening? No!
One time. I'll even let you have twice. 2 times.
5 times?
Maybe someone has a matchy container, maybe a matchy lunch, whatever, okay? 5 times. I think you did...
The fact that you let it go 5 times is wild.
In my opinion, you did the most mature thing possible. I, on the other hand, would have brought in a camera and taped that shit. Or at lunchtime, I would have been sitting right in there, been like, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. I'd be hawking that shit. And I'd be like,
but you're right, it's got to be that Dana person.
But again, this is another thing where it's
why are you locking up your really good meals?
Right, like, okay, Dana, like, why are you eating the other day? It looked like you really had a really good taco recipe going there.
Like a ravioli.
It's like, Dana, let me smell that breath.
You don't want to share with the class?
You smell like ravioli over there, Dana. I had ravioli. My question would be, and this is because I'm an empath. No, I'm not.
I'm an empath.
My question would be, my first thought is, if someone's doing that to me means there's a food insecurity problem.
Okay.
And so I would just be like, if someone needs a lunch or needs help in that department, like, I'm willing to help, or I'm willing to, like, figure that out with you, or like maybe we can talk to the manager and like find something to fix, or like, what do we, like, to me, I would first be like, okay, instead of being like vicious, I would be like, is there like a problem? Like, does someone have like, cannot afford a lunch or can't grab one, or like, what's the problem? Or are you just an asshole?
And why is it just my lunches? If you're going to be a smart food stealer, at least steal from everybody else.
And don't steal in an office of 10 people, you dumbass.
Yeah, if you're going to steal, make sure there's a bunch of people.
10 people?
Like,
are you stupid?
When my old manager worked with me, and we have a whole new team now, but the previous team we had, there was one day that my manager brought in like a really nice little like yogurt parfait they made, and it was like really nice. And the coworker that we both hate ate her yogurt. She was pissed. She was like, hey, we'll just say, no, I can't say that name. Let's just say her name is Cynthia.
I always stick to the Brady Bunch.
She's like, hey, Cynthia, did you eat my yogurt? And she was like, well, I ate a yogurt. And she's like, cool. There was my yogurt in there, and there was no other yogurt, so...
Connect the dots.
She was like, oh my god, I thought it was mine that I left in there a couple of days ago. And my boss was like, that was mine. That was literally my lunch today.
Do you make specialty yogurt
by
yourself?
That was literally my lunch today. You ate my lunch. I have no food to eat now.
That's the thing is, like, do you not care that now that you've done that, somebody else doesn't have something to eat?
This person had 5 times they didn't have a lunch. They're like, oh, it really messed up my day. No. You went starving. If somebody ate my lunch, ever since my stomach issue, it is like insane. Once I have the feeling of like I have to eat, or I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Well, that, and then like imagine if you're somebody that's like diabetic and you can only eat certain foods, or you're vegan and only can eat, and then now that's gone, and like let's say they work in a plaza like you do, that does not have dietary restrictive options.
You have to go to like a farther away city or something.
That takes time out of your lunch break. Like, it's just like one of those things where it's like, it's very inconsiderate, and it's like, if there's a problem, let's just I would rather solve it. And for me, if you work in an office of 10 people, you should be able to have these conversations with these people. If you were in a big corporate office, it's like another thing where it's like, oh, I don't know Susie, I stole her lunch, oopsie daisy. Yeah. But there's 10 of you guys can't have a civil conversation and just be like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, but like, Dana, bitch.
And are they stealing your like?
Did it?
Are they stealing your like
Tupperware?
Your Tupperware
or are they
home?
putting it back?
Yeah.
Are they making you clean it?
Yeah, like, are they stealing all your nice Tupperware? Because you're making these meals and bringing it from home.
Twice, and I'd be done.
And, like, why aren't you are you labeling your stuff? It didn't say if you're labeling your stuff.
I don't care.
Because after the first time, I would have been like, touch this and die. Like,
you know what's yours, and you know what you did or didn't make. I'm sorry, we're not making exact replicas of each other's meals. Like,
no, we all have, like,
you know.
We all have, I know my boss, he has a little lunchbox he'll just shove in the little fridge. But, like, I'll have, like, scattered things that are, like, cold things and hot things. So, or hot things like dry food. So, like, chips and stuff I'll keep in my bag. But then, like, I'll have, like, a random sandwich I'll just toss in there in a baggie. And no one touches it because it's, like...
Because it's not yours.
It's not yours. And you're like,
you didn't make it. You're an adult. You should know what you did and didn't make. Like, Christ on a cross.
But we let each other know... Hey, like, say you bring in something for the team. You go, hey, guys, there's, like, freeze pops in the freezer.
Yeah.
Have at it.
I just don't understand why people are like that.
But, like, hell yeah for getting the mini fridge.
That's the nicest thing that person could have done.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll just eliminate...
I would have put a lock on it still, though, too.
Oh, but I'd be like, oh, well, I was just eliminating the problem.
Yeah, nobody wanted to fess up, so I'm...
So I was like, oh, I was just like, I'm just gonna mind my own business and keep it over here, and now it's not a problem.
And make sure that I can have a meal midway through the day.
What meals are you making? Because if they're only selling your meals, are you a fucking
That's the thing.
chef?
I'm like, you must be making really... they're saying it's expensive, so they must be making, like, high-end or more high-end meals.
Where do you work?
Yeah.
Like, I have questions.
Are you a sous chef?
I'm like, damn. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I've worked at... I don't think I've ever had any of my food stolen, but I've been at work when somebody's food got stolen many times, and they're just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I didn't see anything.
That's everybody. My office, the issue was always the cleaning of the dishes and keeping the refrigerator not, like, rotted. That's
the thing. We're lucky at my place. We barely have, like... We never leave things in there. I think right now we just have ranch in there.
Oh, I remember when there's been times where I've started working at certain places where I was like the manager or the boss or whatever, and the previous boss or manager didn't give a flying F about anything, and I had to go in and like watch things basically crawl out of the refrigerator. I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna clean this. I've had to deep clean refrigerators because I'm like, no, we're starting over.
Oh, our manager is OCD. So our store is, like, immaculate, which is why half the time, like, customers come in and, like, oh, my God, your store's so clean. We're like, we know, because we have to be on it. Uh-oh. Mamacita?
Mamacita?
Mama?
Mommy?
Mommy?
Oh.
Mamacita?
Can we talk about Mamacita?
I told Liam about that. I just told him about it, and he laughed.
So, it's so
I was like,
funny.
Liam, okay. I'm like, listen to this scenario, okay? This lady's trying to tell him that she's a mom, but she says, I'm a mommy. And he's like, well, what? And he goes, mommy? And she goes, yeah, I'm a mommy. Mamacita? And she's like, yeah.
This show is like, breaking me mentally.
Are you not listening? I just really want to interview that guy to be like, what were you thinking when you were saying that?
I will say, this show is making me crash out. I'm very angry with this show right now. I'm very frustrated.
What happened?
I'll tell you in just a second.
Oh.
But I will say about Nicholas, who's the guy that did the Mamacita thing, he is very good television. He's very funny. He's very charismatic. He's very silly. But he's a pain in my ass.
Mamacita?
Mamacita?
It's just the pause. She's like, I'm a mommy. And he's like, mommy?
But also, like, why would you say mommy? Why would you say,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a mother. I'm a mom.
If you say, I'm a mommy, I'm thinking you do OnlyFans.
Yes!
Or you're in the porn industry.
Like, I'm a puppy.
You're a MILF.
Like, I'm daddy, mommy, puppy.
Yeah, like, no, you just say, yeah, I'm a mom. Like, I have a daughter.
Yeah.
I
will say, though,
I'm a mommy.
I will say, to give her a break, she did, like, preface ahead of time, like, hey, I have something big I have to tell you. Like, I've been keeping this secret.
Yeah, but if you say
I'm taking it seriously.
If you say no, but if she says I have something I need to tell you, it's a big secret, and she goes, I'm a mommy, I'd be like, so you're in the porn industry. That's a big secret.
Mommy. That's true.
Mommy?
But on national television?
Yeah, I'm a mommy. Mamacita?
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Yeah, I'm a mommy.
When I hear my child...
A mommy to what? A human being.
A dog?
Yeah, like...
When I hear my son upstairs playing Fortnite going, get over here, Mamacita! I'm like, that's right. I raised my kid good. No, this show is having me crash out because... Okay, so...
Is it getting bad, or...?
To preface, this is Love Island. Okay, we're talking about Love Island. Great show. Love this show. I think it's... I
can't watch it.
I have think pieces about this show on my YouTube channel. Go check it out if you're into Love Island. I talk about
Mentally growing 24/7.
I talk about it literally. I make a video about it every day and I put it on my YouTube channel. I have to make one today, actually. So the thing that's frustrating to me is that last season was the first season a lot of people got into Love Island USA.
Okay.
So the original iteration of this is Love Island and it's based in the UK. And a lot of people love...
Wait, isn't that what Chris is from? That JoJo's boyfriend?
I think so.
I think he's from Love Island.
And it's from
because he's UK.
And people love that iteration of it. Have loved it so much, okay? And people watched the USA version, loved it, da-da-da. But then when Ariana joined, who was on Vanderpump Rules, as the host, people went berserk and were like, oh my God, we're going to watch this season. This is going to be the best season ever. Myself included, because I was like, oh my God, I know the host. Like, she's from my favorite television show, like, ever. I'm so excited. So last season, it was the best season ever. It was, the relationships were so pure. The friendships were so amazing. And once the show was done, that cast is still friends.
Aww.
And 3 relationships came out of it that have been together for a year.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is a big, if you guys are a reality TV show like
that's a big deal.
Junkies like me, that's a big deal, you guys. Like, that does not happen, especially on a dating show.
Most of them break up.
I also think that this show is, what do you think? She says, fuck Love Island. I also think that it's the best dating show out there because of the format style that it has. Because unlike The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, where you only see the person that you end up being engaged to, I'm not even joking you, maybe 3 times in the entire experience. But on Love Island, you're with each other 24/7, 365.
Oh.
So, but if you're trying to...
So it's giving Big Brother.
But if you're Megan, it's dating Big Brother. That's exactly what... It's 7 days a week. Oh. It's nonstop, okay? The show is shown 5 days a week. There's an after show 1 day a week, and then they have 1 day off.
Oh my God.
So it's great. It's amazing. It is the best reality TV show of its style out there. I just think it's fantastic. This season, though, we are giving calculated. We're giving game show. Instead of these people coming on this show looking for love, which is the whole fucking premise of the show.
Yeah.
And then at the end, the audience votes for who the best couple is.
Yeah.
Oh, we have people that they think they're on Big Brother or on Survivor and they think it's a game show. I'm like, no, that's not what the show is. The show is you find love and then the audience picks who they want to pick and that's who wins. There's no strategy to winning the game because there is no game to win.
It's just love,
It's just
girl.
love.
Just love.
It just is what it is. And
love is love.
One thing that makes me so angry about reality TV is I cannot stand it. I saw your phone do that as it was doing that. Something I can't stand about reality TV is I don't like it when either the producers or the participants of the show think the audience is stupid.
The audience is stupid?
It pisses me off.
So give an example of why you think that they think that we're stupid.
So one of the contestants is allegedly, one of the contestants
in Minecraft.
His name is Ace.
Okay.
Him and this girl named Shelly, they come on the show for the first night, and they instantly are like, oh my God, I've met you before. And everybody's like, wait, what?
Oh, no.
And we met at a club randomly one time, and we,
it's giving
kissed,
Love is Blind.
And that was it.
Yeah, dude, that happened on Love is Blind.
And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, well, as we dig further into it, because people, again, the audience isn't stupid and has Google.
Yeah.
They find out that there's a possibility that they're actually already a couple and they've been dating. Yeah.
Dude, this is giving Love is Blind. Did you hear about that scenario on Love is Blind?
No.
There was a guy who went on Love is Blind and his ex found out about it. And so she applied to be on Love is Blind and then she got through.
I just don't understand.
It was insane.
The thing that pisses me off the most, and I hate this about all reality TV show game shows specifically, the competition ones, is that do you guys need to get a Swiftie on staff? Because how come you guys didn't vet that out ahead of time? How come
that we're smart?
How come the producers and the people in the background when they were I hate you right now.
How'd you go to this?
I am passionate about this. I go like this. when they do the vetting process. Oh, when they do the vetting.
No, the asshole one.
The vagina? What?
He was gonna go fisting.
Who?
Remember the fisting clip you sent me?
Who?
He was like, yeah, and he was like, no. She was like, no, like this.
Yes, with the son. Yes. That's
Every time I see that, that's all I think of. No, you gotta go like this.
You gotta go like this. Because you do. You gotta get up in there. And so,
what were we talking about?
I don't like that there's a vetting process ahead of time where they do all the research on the contestants to make sure they're obviously not like, murderers.
Serial killers.
How come...
Oh, you didn't track that these two people were dating.
Right. When the internet found out about it
How did you not check their Instagram?
They found out about it in 2 seconds. The internet found out about it.
Because we're not stupid.
So are you dumb?
Yeah, they're dumb.
So and when I say
but they probably did it just for like the tea.
But I'm like, but then it gets worse. So then
wait, there's more.
So then we find out 2 contestants are very right wing in a very scary way.
No.
Oh yeah.
Are they MAGA
So
heads?
one of the girls is a massive MAGA. And pretty sure, and basically all of a sudden one episode, she was not there anymore. And they whispered it they're like, it's not here anymore. And moving on. And she was a massive MAGA. And she's Latino. And I'm like, girl, honey, he hates you.
He hates you and your people.
You and your people. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, stop. You're so brainwashed. And it makes me sad.
Because she's uneducated.
And then this other guy who's still on the show right now is a right-wing loser as well. And has been will retweet, will repost, like really effed up, like MAGA crap. And then there's another guy on there that allegedly follows and retweets and reposts Andrew Tate shit. And Andrew Tate is a horrible person.
He's a
human trafficker.
Disgusting man. His name sounds disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
He looks disgusting. He looks like a old, dried, just nasty, old... Raisin peanut dickhead.
He's a loser. So anyway, everybody's like...
Love Island.
So everybody's just like, I don't understand how we allow these people... I don't mind political differences, but we're talking about dangerous political beliefs.
We're talking about cult followers.
We're talking about humans being like I don't even want to get into it.
We're talking about humans who don't have empathy.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
And so it's just like
bad people.
So the audience is like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, why is this happening?
So they had this recoupling moment where they basically they were like, okay, the audience is going to pick their favorite girls and their favorite guys out of the whole cast. Okay. And whoever's the bottom 3 of each gender.
Bye.
Because there's only 2 genders.
Not if I'm on there.
So they pick the 2 genders.
I win because I'm the only middle gender.
They're like, well, we can't eliminate you because you're not a girl or a guy, so what the fuck do we do? So they had the bottom 3 and the bottom 3.
Okay.
So they go to vote out.
Okay.
And they voted out 2 people that made zero, like I'm talking no joke, Meg, 0 sense of the audience. That within an hour, the internet was like, fuck you guys, blah, 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 blah. And the reasonings behind them were so stupid and petty and made no sense. And so everybody's sitting there just like, what's going on? Like this, they're not going into the reasonings for eliminating people don't make any sense. Their reasonings for who they're coupling up with don't make any sense. Their reasonings for all this shit makes no sense. So this season has just been like really rough because it feels like either the producers are overproducing or they're allowing some of the contestants to produce the show.
Yeah.
So there's a theory going around. So they have this episode every single season. Every season they do this. They call it Casa Amor, where they split the cast and they have the girls on one island and then they bring the guys to a separate island.
Okay.
So this season they have the guys stay on the original island and they brought the girls over to the new island.
Ooh.
And what they do is they have a completely brand new set of the opposite gender come to the island that they're on.
Okay.
To try to like entice some scandalous. Well, this season for the first time they're like, oh, we're actually going to start fresh, and instead of you guys going to these islands and still being in a couple with your original person and you're just kind of testing stuff out, nope, we're starting over. You're no longer in a couple, you're single now, and we're going to recouple you now. And now you're with this new person. You're not with your original person that you were with. And you guys need to figure your shit out and try to actually spend time with some of these people and actually try to create connections. Because you guys are saying you're not closed off in these relationships, saying you're not in a couple with these people, but then try to manipulate all these other people into relationships because we can tell that you're trying to win the game. Ace and Shelly, I see you. I'm very angry.
So confused.
I don't care. I'm so angry.
Okay.
I had to talk about it. I'm so pissed off.
No, I hear you. I'm holding space for you. I'm holding space for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That just confused the fuck out of me.
It's okay. I had to scream it out loud. I'm so mad.
It's okay. But
my husband watches it with me and we're very entertained. We're going to watch it tonight.
Oh my God.
When I get home.
You're hanging out with your husband. That's good.
That's all I have in life.
Well, I know, but I know you were like, I miss him, and I'm glad you're
I
like...
do miss him very much.
Yeah.
We're just always so busy, and then
know.
I can't even get into it. But yeah, no, this is our thing.
Good, I'm
Because like
glad.
when football season's
glad
on,
you have a thing.
that's what we have is it's
Good.
football. But when football's on, it's kind of like, okay, what do we have that's like, hey, ADHD, remember this time is the time that we have to get together and go do something together.
Yeah.
This is that thing. And
Good.
so it's been really nice. So I'm like, okay, hopefully he'll like to keep doing that. The one thing I love about my husband will watch anything I watch. He's not like, ew, girl stuff. He's like, no, go ahead. And I think it's hilarious when men watch female forward type of television programs.
Yes.
Because it just proves to me like fantasy football is reality TV and there ain't nothing fucking different.
Yeah.
So you screaming at the TV about your boys on the screen and trying to get what you want is no different than me screaming at my people on the screen about what I want.
Yeah.
So when I watch them do it, I'm like, it's the same thing, guys. Like, welcome to my... And I love their opinions on stuff. And I love listening to my husband talk about it. I think it's so funny. I love when he loved watching Vanderpump Rules with me. And I love listening to his opinions about him. And when he would laugh about certain people. And now he has little catchphrases that he says that makes me laugh. And I'm just like, whatever. But, obviously, gay!
Wait, what?
If men like stuff like
Archer's
that...
gay?
I wish... Anyway.
No, you at least want him to be bi. You still want him to be into you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want him to be bi or queer.
I want him to be gay except for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when I feel like he's not being sensitive enough, I go, I need you to pretend to be my gay husband and I need you to be a little bit more sensitive. And he's like, okay. I see you, I hear you, and I feel for you. And I'm like, thank you.
Well,
I need that in my life.
You guys can leave a comment about
anything.
Well, anything, of course. Will be nice. But if you have any like am I the asshole scenarios that you want us
or
to
even
like
thoughts and opinions about what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Don't hide.
Let us know down below.
Yo.
Okay.
Twerk.
Oh, I thought you were just about to leave. I thought you were just about to get up and leave. Bye, mamacita.
Over. Bye, mamacita.
Bye.